Hello, are you an entrepreneur that specializes in personal development or holistic sciences? Are you an author and have either a book or a course that you have created, or still need help producing and publishing? Today, we're here meeting with the talented Brenda Robinson, who is a very versatile professional voiceover artist.
Brenda has been narrating one of our books. It's Recoding Our Subconscious Beliefs, a guide to genetic recoding. So I'm going to ask Brenda a couple of questions about the book, and then we're going to cover a lot more about the audiobook and narrating and whether or not that is the right direction for you. So if you could, first of all, Brenda, would you please just give us your thoughts or feedback on how to genetically recode subconscious beliefs and your experience with that?
So my feelings about the book in general,
Please.
how I liked it. This is something I've always been interested in. Well, this is a small part of a bigger umbrella, as you will. I've always been interested in our subconscious mind and what it leads us to do and our feelings and thoughts and why we have those feelings and thoughts. Some of them don't work for us, but we would like to change them. So that was very interesting. And this really gave me a lot of information, just narrating this.
Yeah, and Brenda, that's actually one reason why I felt like you were very well aligned, is because the genre of the books and our ebooks fall under epigenetics, belief recoding, subconscious reprogramming and repatterning, also healing relationship patterns, higher conscious living. We specialize in holistic psychology and therapy. So we have some workbooks all within that vein. And so this is one reason why you are also an excellent fit, is because it is something that you are passionate about, as well as being a life coach that covers some of those subjects in your field as well. So it's very interesting. It's a very interesting niche that you are not only a voice actress, but you also are a voice actress in the industry of personal development. So can you share maybe what perhaps any value that you gained from the audiobook?
The value I got, I kind of already hinged on it, but to elaborate, was that it really helped me understand where some of my old, let's just say, ideas came from, whether I liked them or not, some of those beliefs and triggers that I had. We all have triggers, and sometimes they can lead us to do things that maybe don't come out very well to other people or even ourselves. And we're like, oh, why did I react that way? But then it just helped me to get through some of those that I'd already thought I'd finished with and really get to the very core, let's say. But it's only the tip of the iceberg, really, what we're talking about right now.
Absolutely. Just helping to guide people through those blind spots, I think, as well as identifying what those unhealed triggers are, so that we can heal not only the emotional aspects of it, but just to also repattern the programming, right? So would you say the biggest takeaway is being able to unpack the subconscious programming so that you can therefore recode it?
Yeah, so you can start over. Think about a computer. We all work on computers at some point. And whether they're a personal computer laptop or a little device like our phones, or I use other devices at times, we have to erase that. It's like erasing our brain of all these old misconceptions or issues that are not helping. And there's some good ones, but that's another part to the story. But we can recode them, and I love that part.
Oh, thank you. Yeah, I appreciate the feedback. So who would you think that could benefit from this book?
Gosh, I would recommend it to anybody and everybody who has felt like they're still dealing with some stuff, the old stuff, the baggage, whatever. Now, there's many good programs out there, I'll say that, because I've worked on things before for myself. However, this just kind of adds a layer, and I feel like it is quicker and more efficient, and yet it does the job. So it doesn't have to necessarily be long and awful to do the job, as long as you're doing it in the right way, in the right steps.
Oh, yep, absolutely. I think that's probably the best way to really identify or define what you're getting from the book, is getting to that core root cause so that we don't have to, just do the layers. It's getting into the deeper level work so that we are addressing the point of the origin. Thank you for sharing that. And I would like to know, even for our audience, what would you love to offer for your professional goals? What are your professional goals for our other personal development enthusiasts and entrepreneurs? What are you passionate about?
Well, I enjoy many types of voiceover. This is one genre that I've really focused on recently, and I'm happy about that, and I want to do more. However, I do commercial work, e-learning, which is similar. E-learning, there's so many types of narration. There's documentary. I'd like to do more of that, and I do. And animation. I've done a little animation character work. So there's a lot of types of work that way in the voiceover arena. But I also am a life coach, and I work with self-discovery, and creatives can use this too. Anybody in the creative fields.
Yeah. Well, that's actually one reason why we wanted to hire you, is because we heard your wonderful samples. And I thought, man, this woman is really talented. I would never guess this was all from the same voice. So your passions is not only a voiceover artist, but also passionate about life coaching in this particular arena. I loved that, as it will. Oftentimes when I'm listening to audiobooks, the AI narrator can be quite monotone, and maybe some other voiceover actors. It just sounds, when we have a bot doing our work, there's grammatical errors and they're incorrect pronunciations. So a lot of our book was not using the proper outline. And it's versus a live expert with the voice acting experience to convey not only the various characters and emotions, but the desirable voice inflections accordingly. So it was great working with you. And I really have been very pleased.
Well, thank you so much. I have too. It's been a real pleasure. And I've learned a lot for both ends of the spectrum. I mean, I've learned a lot for my life coaching, which I want to help others learn about this, along with other things that I teach about that go well together, which is why I wanted to work with you and Corinne, as well as my voiceover to add the mental health and this type of work to that genre, to my puzzle, as you would say. And so anybody who's looking for that.
Yeah. Well, I want to continue to work with you and continue to collaborate together. So thank you so much, Brenda.
You're welcome. Thank you.
Brenda, how do we find you? How can we be in contact with you? What's the best way to reach you? I know we can find you right through the ACX and Amazon website. How are some other ways we can find you?
Oh, I'm on all the social media platforms. You can find me on my Facebook. There's a Out of the Voice box, and mostly LinkedIn, definitely, and Instagram. I'm pretty much most of those. So
now, I know the name of your business is Out of the Voice box. When we found you on ACX, now were you under Brenda Robinson or were you under a different name?
No, Brenda Robinson, Bren R. Sometimes I just go by Bren R. So that might be in parentheses. And yes, so either or both.
Okay, great. And as far as being able to reach us, we do have affiliate programs for people who might be novice writers that might need help finally getting that book published or finished, or even getting it put into Audible format where you can actually use us as a team, and Brenda could be there for you for your audiobook needs. Find us at liberatedliving.com/contact us, or you can just use the help desk and we'll provide that link there for you. And thank you so much for joining us. Thank you for meeting with us today, Brenda.
And thank you. It's been a pleasure to meet with you too. You and Camille.
Thank you. And it's been a pleasure working with you.